Alright, here we go. I haven't streamed Legacy in a bit now, but the format has been a ton of fun for me lately. I have been jamming Maverick like a maniac, and honestly, just having an absolute blast with it. I still have not cashed a league. The worst I've done in the past like 7 leagues has been a 3-2, and I have 3-4-1s and a 5-0. So the deck is, I don't know, for whatever reason I always do way better with this deck than with any other deck that I have tried on Legacy, and I've tried a lot. I've tried basically all of this that you see on the left. But for whatever reason, this is the deck that just keeps overperforming for me, and that's the reason why I keep coming back to it. Like, this deck is just. It also, to be fair, it really fits my playstyle. This is the closest to Amulet that I've found in the Legacy format. It Unfortunately, we're talking about only two toolboxes. I guess you could arguably say three toolboxes. We got the land toolbox, of course, enabled by Knight of the Reliquary. We got Cradle, a couple of canopies, Caracas, fetch lands, and of course the full playset of Wasteland. I guess fetching for Dry Diver does come up not particularly often from a knight. Usually you're fetching Dry Diver from Grixis Zenith or from a fetch land, but I guess that one also can come up. Then we have the creature toolbox, which is your larger toolbox, which is enabled by Greens and Zenith. With Zenith, you can, as I was just saying, you can fetch for Dread Arbor on turn 1, which is something that comes up fairly often. You can fetch for Noble Hierarch. This happens more often where, well, maybe you have like two Greens and Zeniths or something on your hand, and you're missing land drops or something like that. Or it also happens fairly often against Blood Moon decks, because you are just Zenithing for a green and white source. So that is something that comes up often enough. Zenith for Gadoktig is literally game over against Storm in game 1. They straight up have no outs. Tess is not as good against Tess, because they have like Burning Wish and they can like go find an answer for Teague. But against Ant, it like Zenith for Teague is just game over. They literally have no way of beating it. It's pretty hilarious. And then we have Scoos against stuff, graveyard decks or whatever. Scriv Ranger, which is arguably the best card in the deck. I will talk about it later. And of course, Ramming Up Excavator comes up against, whenever you are like looping Wastelands, or you can, recurring Wastelands, I mean, or you can recur Horizon Canopy to draw 2 cards a turn, so it's pretty good. It's really, really good value, honestly, in the deck. Tracker against like grindy decks like Miracles and whatnot. Knight of Autumn against it happens a lot against Death and Taxes, where you like destroy their equipment or stuff like that. And of course, Knight of the Reliquary, my second favorite card ever printed. Guess which one is number 1? That's a pretty easy one. Then we have the one of Palace Jailer and the one of Sylvan Library. This one are just like value creatures that are very good in certain matchups, and they are just like, I have been impressed by both, and they are definitely worth a slot in my opinion in the deck, even though there's no way to tutor for them and no way to find them. Then we have the Four Moms, of course, and for Thalias. We can't tutor for this, but they are just like so good, and I personally think both of these are necessary. 4 swords as removal. And then we have the other mini toolbox, which is enabled by Stoneforge Mystic, and that is the equipment toolbox. You will see that I have 2 swords and a Jite. Jite is absolutely insane in the creature matchups, of course. Just Jite by itself, it's going to like take over very, very quickly. As soon as you get Jite counters, it just kind of feels like you cannot ever lose. And then we have 2 swords, Fire and Ice, Pro Red and Pro Blue. This is your better sword, basically. But lately I have been very, very impressed by the Sword of Light and Shadow, mostly because of the protection. Not so much because of the abilities when you hit the player, because the abilities are not that relevant. But I have found, like, for example, I played against Blue White Blade a couple of times, and then I got Scriv Ranger, and then I suited up with Sword, and I was favorably racing two True Name Nemesis, and my opponent could not do anything about it. It's just like I basically had like a powered up True Name Nemesis on my side of the battlefield, and my opponent just they just couldn't kill it. They just couldn't stop it. It was great. Um, so I have been very impressed by this card, and that's why it's it's I have a one-off copy in the main deck. And finally, we have like this. To me, is the best card in the deck. The amount of synergy that Scriv Ranger has with this deck hopefully will come up. It protects your Savannas from removal. It protects your Dry Diver from removal. It gives you multiple activations of Mom. It nets you extra mana by untapping Noble Hierarch or Dryad Arbor. It basically gives your creatures vigilance, and it gives you multiple Knight of the Reliquary activations on the same turn. Like, this card is just insane. Also, it blocks Delver all day. It's amazing to like kill Jaces and stuff because Jace can't bounce it. This card is just it just keeps overperforming over and over and over again. And on top of everything, the art is super sweet. So, Script Ranger, great. We should probably have the Script Ranger art up there hanging out. But yeah. Are there any spoilers you're interested in for Legacy? Not so far. Not so far. I honestly haven't been like really following the spoilers. But as far as green and white cards so far, it's just so hard for a card to break through to Legacy. Like Knight of Autumn is the only one in the past year, and that's about it, really, right? I don't think there's any other card that. Yeah, that's it. It's just really hard to break through into Legacy. You need to be doing something very specific, and this is basically just like a strict upgrade over Reclamation Sage for us, because we are actually interested in fetching white sources anyway. So having it's not like Amulet where you just have forests basically, because your deck is mostly green and then you have other stuff. So because of that, Knight of Autumn is basically like a strict upgrade. The 4 life does also come up quite a bit against burn and decks like that. Yeah, I know that this deck doesn't have Primeval Titan, but Knight of the Reliquary is my second favorite card ever. So that's why, since Knight of the Reliquary is not particularly playable in Modern, I have to in order to play it, I need to move on to other formats as well. And yeah, we have Guru Lands, because they are very cheap on Moto, so I can, because I can also dream, But yeah, this is, as I was saying, this is the closest. I already, explained it in the quick deck that I'm doing, but this is the closest the closest I find to Amulet. We have a green creature toolbox, then we have an equipment toolbox, and then we have a land toolbox. So this is basically the closest to Amulet that I found so far. Moving on to the sideboard, we got Council's Judgment. This is our answer to Planeswalkers, and specifically True Name Nemesis. Banishing Light. This card is great against Show and Tell and decks like that, because whether they put an Emrakul into play or they put an Omniscience into play, it doesn't matter. With Banishing Light, we can just exile it. Ethersworn Canonist doesn't really need much explanation. It's just, Ethersworn Canonist. It's good against Storm, good against like stuff, decks that play multiple spells in the same turn, like Snapcaster decks and stuff like that. Surgical, mostly for graveyard decks and stuff like that. Tormod Crypt, also for graveyard decks. Reanimator, having 0 mana cards against Reanimator, like stuff that you can play through a Chancellor trigger on the play. That is what we're playing, Tormod Crypt and Surgical. Chalice of the Void has been. By the way, this is a list that I took from Dan Neely. He's, a very, very, very good Maverick player. He's been playing the deck for a long time. and he's been doing well with this list, and I tried it out and basically just like loved every single one of the decisions he was making, so I kind of like went along with it. I think I changed something. I think I'm playing like -1 Banishing Light +1 Tormod Script because of all the graveyard decks that are hanging out in Legacy right now because of the new Mulligan rule. But everything else, it's basically the same. But yeah, Chalice is just something that you can play against Storm and stuff like that. And it's incredible against decks like Miracles, where you can put it on one and you stop all of their cantripping and Swords to Plowshares, especially against decks where you are actually setting out your own swords. Of course, that makes Chalice way better. Second Knight of Autumn, because of the stuff that I explained earlier, and 3 Chokes because we want to beat Miracles, and like blue white based or even blue based control decks. So yeah, that's like a little quick deck tech for you, for people that are not familiar with the deck. And let's just join a league and play some Legacy. Have you had an experience with the Legacy London Mulligan meta? Yes, I played 2 leagues so far. I went 4-1 and 3-2. And it's been okay. I faced like humans twice, which is like super weird to say. Like the only deck that I played twice was humans, which was kind of hilarious. And both of them was in the last round of the league. I lost for the 5-0 and I beat them for the 3-2. So it was, one of them was very sad and the other one was very glorious. But I played very bad, and I think the humans matchup is very, very favorable for us. Besides that, I played against against Dredge. I played against Black Red. I played against Storm. So like pretty combo heavy, and then just like a bunch of like blue decks. Yikes. This hand is so close to being amazing. If this were any green source, I think this is a snap keep, but since it's a card that doesn't do anything, I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this is a fine keep, and we can bottom the Sword of Light and Shadow, and I'm going to. We can shuffle it. We can get it again if we want to, and I'm going to go fetch for Savannah here, and I'm going to Zenith for Arbor here. Next turn we can Stoneforge plus Mom, or Stoneforge plus Plow Swords, or I guess Mom plus Swords if that's what we want to do, or whatever. Is this Storm? Definitely looks like Storm. Basically, our entire like Storm matchup is based on whether we drop. Boom. Got it. Turn 2 Teague. I guess this could be show until, I guess. Yeah, maybe this was like a little bit too hasty. Like if they encounter this, I know for a fact that this is show and tell. I think it's still worth it to Zenith here. Still think it's worth it to Zenith. Because number one, they could be on Storm. They didn't fetch for this land, so they might have just like naturally drawn a Volcanic Island as their land drop. So it could still very well be Storm. And not only that, but also like Zenith is actually very bad because we can just play it out. And Teague also stops sneak attack. Teague stops sneak attack. If they do show and tell, we're probably in a really bad spot. Okay, so it is show and tell. Sneak and show, sorry. It It is indeed a sneaking show. But yeah, now if their combo piece was sneak attack, they cannot cast it. So that's cool. This is probably like an EOT intuition. What are we trying to draw here? Like a Thalia? Thalia would be pretty sick. Knight of the Reliquary would also be good. Do I play DNT? I have tried playing DNT. I am not very good at it. I am way better at playing Maverick than DNT. It's just some of the play patterns just... The play patterns with Maverick, like, they just click with me. They always make sense to me. Which means that, of course, I have way better results. Because that's how it works. By the way, having Drongo Instant Zenith there, it's like absolutely awful. I'm gonna get Sword of Fire and Ice here. It's not great, but with the Mum, I can still give my creatures Pro Black, so I can get through a Bristlebrand. I still die to Emrakul. So there's that, and I can even just like simply Swords to Bristlebrand anyway. Unless my opponent's playing Daze, there's nothing they can do about this one, I don't think, right? I don't know why my opponent's tanking so hard, like, the Force of Will is blocked for them. Is this considered an aggro deck by Legacy standards? Definitely not. I'm trying to think, and I am really struggling to think of an aggro deck in Legacy. Because like all of the decks that you would consider aggro are more like tempo kind of decks. I guess the closest that you could consider an aggro deck would be something like Delver and stuff like that, but you know, Delver again is a yeah, okay, so we're in a really bad spot now. Yep. Also, we can't protect anything from K-Return because it's colorless. On the plus side, this means that my opponent is struggling, like they don't really have the combo over there. So probably their combo was actually I guess their combo was actually sneak attack. Not loving my spot here though. So game 1, I'm not afraid of Blood Moon. If they have it, they have it. But I can Zenith for 2, so I can Zenith for Skoos, or I think I kinda need to Zenith for Noble Hierarch, which is very sad. But I just really don't have mana to do anything. that wish for K-Return was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. This is not an amazing matchup, game 1. I have managed... I think this is not a good matchup overall, but the past 3 times that I played it, I have beat it, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's I just simply got lucky 3 times in a row in order to win 6 matches, but I don't know, maybe the matchup is better than I think. I don't know. They did already play their land for a turn, which is good for us because it means that we can't really get comboed here. Well, I guess that we can get comboed if my opponent is show and tells. Like they can like pedal into show and tell, but that's about it. Okay. He got nothing. I'm trying to deal like this. These tiny like points of damage actually do matter because of Griselbrand. I'm trying to basically have my opponent not be able to activate Griselbrand to draw cards. So if they tap both Ancient Tombs or they tap Tomb and fetch, that means that I can safely source the Griselbrand and they don't get to draw 7, which is pretty huge. Brainstorm is a very good Magic card, though. But well, we're getting there. Jeez, my opponent's whiffing over there. If I do get to attack with this sword, then things do get way better for me. Okay. They're cantripping hard over there. They really are cantripping hard. But yeah, Slafush, sorry, to answer your question, this is more of a mid-range deck. This is more of a mid-range / toolbox deck. Oh, they did not shuffle. That makes me sad. Okay. Equip there. Does the extra damage matter? So I can swing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swing for 6, that means that if they activate Ancient Tomb, they cannot Force of Will. So yeah, I guess that the extra damage does matter. Gonna swing for 4. 5, 6, down to 3. Ah, Thalia. Though I guess if I'm interested in, like, if I just cannot beat... I cannot beat Emmy anyway. And basically, like, I need for them to have exactly, like, show and tell into Griselbrand. That's the only way that I can win. Oh, they have sneak attack, I guess. Yikes. It is sneak attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to be Embercool though. Because I beat Griselbrand. I do beat Griselbrand here. But Embercool kills me. Because I'm at 14. I took too much damage from the canopy. Funny that it... Whoa, I got there. Alright. I guess they just whiff insanely hard. By the way, this card is very good in this matchup. I guess they just whiff insanely hard and I take it anyway. Sweet. Alright, so we won this. We won Night of Autumn. We want this. We want Chalices. Source to Plowshares are not very good. Mom, as you can see, is not very good either. GTA is not good. Stoneforge are also bad. We can bring in Canonists. And we can probably bring in Judgments as well. Excavator can come out. And we need one more card to come out. Probably Scoos. I guess we can take out a Zenith, maybe. Not a big fan of Zenith in this matchup. Mom helps attack through a Griselbrand. I guess my answer to Griselbrand, I have like a lot of answers to Griselbrand anyway. I mean, Mom does protect from Pyroclasm though, which I would not be surprised if they have it. They did show me the K return though, which makes more sense in their deck than Pyroclasm, but I don't know. Surgical doesn't seem particularly good since we have no way of actually deal with their cards. Like we don't play any discard or anything like that. I think I'm gonna sideboard like this on the draw. The curve became the curve became slightly weirder than it used to be. Wow, this hand with a green source would be amazing. Unfortunately, I got a mulligan. Yikes! This one's better though. We can keep this. And I guess we're gonna bottom Noble Hierarch. We can turn one Mum into turn 2 Thalia. Yeah, we're gonna bottom the Hierarch. This allows me to basically use one of these Wastelands like very freely, I guess. For example, I could just waste my opponent here. They did not cantrip, they didn't do really anything, so yeah, I guess they can brainstorm. But this is not like an amazing brainstorm. It's more of a forced brainstorm than a good brainstorm. And that gives me more time to like draw into a green source so I can knight. Okay, the Mom here, and then we're going to Thalia next turn, which should be reasonably good. And hopefully we finally find the land by turn 3. I'm very interested in playing out this Knight of the Reliquary, so it loses Summon Insignis, and I can get Caracas, which is my best land by far. I am a little bit more afraid of Blood Moon in post-board matchups. Okay, show and tell. Yeah. Okay, so this is very interesting here. Do I think if they have Omniscience, then of course playing Knight of Autumn is better. If they have a creature, then of course playing Knight of the Reliquary is better. So this is kind of like a mind game kind of situation. I think I'm going to play the Knight of Autumn. I don't think there's anything that's particularly showing here, but I'm a boss. Oh, just like, oh, easy game. Easy game. And unless they have like the Kind of Wish combo in hand, if they were going for an Embercool kill, this of course stops it. And now I'm in a very, very, very good spot. I think it's better to Thalia. Is it better to Thalia than to Wasteland? Yeah, I think it's better to Thalia than to Wasteland. Because I'm still trying to draw into... I guess it is... yeah. I guess this is better against Kozilek's return. Oh, they just force here? This is pretty good for me. Them forcing here. Still on the look for that green source though. Nihil Fox, thanks for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Appreciate it. You're the first subscriber of the day. Enjoy those emotes. Alright. Okay, so they do force the Thalia. I guess I'm just gonna swing with the Knight. Still very, very interested in drawing a green source here. Oh, they just naturally have another one? Sure. But now we are going to play out a Knight. Oh, the next level plays are just... Whew, whew. Oh, just fire. Just fire here. Oh my god. Too strong. Too freaking strong. Alright, so I guess we can waste the Volk. We can Zenith for Noble Hierarch, because I still need to have access to mana. And now we're going to yeah, I guess we sack the plains. We go get Caracas and we bounce the Emrakul. Outplayed. Outplayed. That's what that's how I feel right now. Like I am outplaying, an opponent concedes. Cool combo deck you get going on there. Good times, good times. Good times. As I was saying, I don't think that matchup is very good for us, but I just keep winning. I just keep beating it for whatever reason. This hand is pretty good, actually. We can Zenith on one. Depending on what my opponent's doing over there, we can Stoneforge, Teague, Reliquary on two. Feels like we're gonna be Teaguing. Turn 1 Zenith, turn 2 Teague. I guess we could be playing against a Wasteland deck still. This could be Delver still. So I'm gonna fetch for a basic forest and then Zenith for Arbor. This is bad. By doing this, I cannot like next turn Teague into Wasteland, which would be pretty sweet. But Diabolic Edict, my Dryad Arbor, you got it. So I guess we are playing against control, so I'm happy with how I played. We Sylvan Library here. My opponent kind of needs to counter this. No, okay, that's sick. This library is going to give us a very, very strong chance here. We don't really care about that one. Yes. These are not great draws. I think I'm going to Wasteland plus Stoneforge here. Because I don't want my opponent to Jace me next turn. So I think we're going to Jace plus Stoneforge because I wanna shuffle. So we're gonna put Caracas on top. And then we're gonna pay for life here. So we're gonna do Stoneforge. We're gonna get Sophie. For those that don't know, that means Sword of Light and Shadow. Sword of Fire and Ice, sorry. And I guess we're gonna destroy the Underground Sea. Or the Badlands, actually. This forces my opponent to fetch for another non-basic. So they cannot like fetch for an island or something here. Yep. Classic fetch and response for no reason. Good stuff. It's a weird brainstorm there. That is a weird brainstorm. Doesn't seem particularly good, to be honest. So what's the play here? We're gonna push here. Oh, Thoughtseize. So if they have K-Command, they are not gonna take this, and they're probably gonna take the Knight, I guess. I mean, just like, it depends entirely on the, yeah, how, okay, so they don't have K-Command, that's good for me. I am not particularly interested in drawing more lands, I don't think. But I am interested in shuffling, so I think I'm going to put this, and then I guess I'm going to top this and just like Hierarch plus Teague here. Teague is another way of preventing my opponent from Jacing me. Though I guess they could still like push into Jace, but if they push into Jace, then next turn I can like Knight of Autumn, destroy the Strix, and then attack the Jace and kill it. So maybe actually because of that I should have. Yeah, maybe because of that I should have gotten the second Noble Hierarch, because the second Noble Hierarch makes Stoneforge. It helps Stoneforge kill the Jace. Interesting. Him? Yeah. We kept our best card, so that's cool. I will take that for sure. Let's see, Caracas, that's another thing. Aaron Kent! Dude, 7 months already? Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the continued support, my friend. That's so sweet. Huh. So I guess we put this on top. We pay 4 for this. We play a knight. With swords. That guy. Oh, it is lit indeed. Don't worry about that. So I guess I can play around Snapcaster by just swinging with the Stoneforge Mystic. I want them. This is basically a guaranteed 2 damage because my opponent's not gonna bolt this. So if they want to bolt the Teague, they need to. That's another Strix. If they wanted to bolt the Teague, they would still take the 2 damage. That's what I'm trying to say. Second Strix. Okay, things are getting annoying now. This card's pretty good. How about that card though? Oh my. I don't think I'm particularly interested in. I would really want to draw the mom there, but I don't think I'm particularly interested in. Particularly interested in dying to like double bolt or something. Yep, my opponent just concedes. Grixis control. We definitely want chokes. We definitely want answers to Jace. We definitely want canonists. We can take out a couple of swords. I guess T is somewhat reasonable. We can take out some Cnets. Palace Jailer is the nuts. We can take out Knight. Knight is not that good of a card because it just dies to Fatal Push and stuff like that. I guess we could Chalice. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking Chalices. I'm gonna take out some of this. Mom is pretty bad against Toxic Deluge. So taking them out is not crazy. Stoneforge is a 2-for-1. Not convinced I love it though, because it plays very poorly into Colonel's command. Yeah, Grixis is pretty sweet. Grixis is pretty sweet. I have been running this version of Grixis. Where is it? Oh yeah, this one. Whoo! With Thief of Sanity. Oh, this deck is value. Holy crap, this deck is a lot of fun. Okay, back to this. I feel like I do want my nobles. Well, do I want my nobles? I probably do. My opponent's not gonna be coming after my lands. They probably have either B2B or Blood Moon, so I'm gonna be fetching for basics very aggressively. Thalia is awesome, Scuz is fine, Ranger is great, Library, as you saw right there, is incredible. Probably second Knight and maybe one Hierarch? Or a second Mom? Mom seems so good though. Maybe one of the equipment actually. Uh, let's do Jite. Well, Deathray Shaman was broken, so I don't miss it really. And I think Deathray Shaman was amazing in Maverick too. I think it was great here, but um, there's just so much more variety in the current meta right now. Wow. Stoneforge and both pieces of equipment. That's such a beating. Palace Jailer is the nuts, but this hand is just not great. Yikes. Yikes. Big, big yikes. I do like Chalice quite a bit against them, though. Oh, they also mold to 6. They should figure out a way to tell you that they mold to 6 here. Just only showing it in chat is just so weird to me. Oh yeah, do you play Lance in Legacy? That's sweet. Yeah, I tried Lance. I sucked so hard at it. I sucked so much at playing Lance. It was actually kind of hilarious how bad I was at playing Lance. Like I kind of expected to be like decent at it, and I was, let's say that I was disappointed. I think I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna bottom this Goose. Is the least value out of everything that we got going on here. Lance is hard, like really, really hard to play. But like I was saying in the beginning, I tried out Lance, I tried Four Coil Loam, I tried a bunch of other Legacy decks, and this Maverick was by far, by like really far, the one that clicked with me the best, and in consequence, the way I had by far the best record with. My win rate with Maverick is honestly surprisingly high by how good I thought the deck was at first. And then I just kept playing it, and my win rate was like consistent. I think lifetime with Maverick, I have not cashed like 3 or 4 leagues. And I have probably played like 40 or 50 leagues with Maverick since I started playing it on Moto. And I'm not even exaggerating. Probably I played more, and maybe it was like 8 leagues that I didn't cash or something like that. But in like what I'm trying to say is like it feels like it was something like that. Like whereas with Lance I played like 2 or 3 leagues and I didn't cash like 2 of them. With Forkle Loam I played like 20 leagues and I didn't cash like 8 of them or 10 of them. Forkle Loam is really hard. Really hard. I really enjoy Forkle Loam though. I think the deck is great. I just don't do particularly well with it. But yeah, Maverick just keeps overperforming for me. I think it's highly, highly possible that I should bottom this Noble Hierarch instead of the Scoos, actually. Since like, I'm like strongly expecting this Chalice to resolve. If I do manage to find the green source, then we're gonna be in a really good spot. I guess I am going to bottom this. Okay, bye bye, Chalice. There goes our plan. There goes our plan. I guess now we can wasteland them. Huh? Yeah, waste you. Hope it works. It basically slows the game down and it gives. Ooh! Missed land drop, you say? Missed land drop, you say? Huh? Oh, let's close the door here. No force, no force, no force, no force, no force. Yeah. Oh, Maverick is great. I love this deck. Oh, that was awesome. I enjoyed that thoroughly. We prison now. That's how you say a bingo? Oh man. I enjoy this deck. I don't know if this translates. I don't know if this translates to the audience here, right? I enjoy this deck a lot. I really do. Oh man, that was great. Oh, that was great. Turn 1 thought CCU, turn 3 concede. What's up, Arcan? Oh yeah, we are. The Ewoks are rampaging, Arcan. The Ewoks are rampaging. Yeah, I hadn't been streaming. I hadn't been streaming Legacy for a while, and I've been playing a ton of Maverick on the side, so I have been, since I'm gonna be doing like a shorter-ish stream today, I figured, well, you know, just make it Legacy. Legacy is great. Thank you, Arkan. That's so nice of you. Oh yeah, we're keeping this. Turn 1 Hierarch into turn 2 Hierarch plus Thalia. Sounds rather strong. That's interesting. I think now we just do this. It's funny how Thalia is gonna mess up or turn 3 equip and swing. So that is kind of sad. That's not a bad draw. Because we drew this, I am going to fetch this turn. Thalia, you? They force. Okay, that's fine. Pitching True Name. Alright. That's pretty strong for us. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna find another basic forest here. Even if they daze, this is probably fine. On next turn, we get to like G-Tech, whip and attack. Yeah. Alright. Do you have a Force of Will? They do have the other. Wow, that's insane. That is crazy. Wow. This knight dies to bolt. Alternatively, we could Zenith for. Yeah, we just got a knight here and hope they don't have the bolt or the ace for that matter. No bolt, 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 please. No Voltarino. No Voltarino. They shuffled. No slow rolls, please, opponent. Snap blocking here. So quick. Yes. Okay, cool. We untapped. So this is when things... have you tried the Punishing Maverick list? Yes, they are definitely not as good as this. I have tried green-white. I have tried Absan. So Absan is mostly for... in the board we're playing... what's his name? Execution. The one that gives -1/-1 to all their dudes and +1/+1 to all your dudes, which would be pretty sweet right here. To be fair, we are able to struggle a little bit with this kind of board states. Okay, so I think that the best procedure here is going to be to Zenith for Scrib Ranger. Then we're going to activate Knight, go get Cradle. Then we're going to untap Knight. This is pro white and black. I just basically want to have the most amount of bodies in play that I can possibly get. Alternatively, I can go get another Knight, which could also be good. Celos Persecution, thank you, Aaron. Yeah, that's what it is. It also splashes for like black cards like Thoughtseize and whatnot. So I think I'm going to Scoos. This is gonna gain me some life. I'm just trying to stabilize in the face of these young PZ. Unfortunately, it's not 2 anymore. It's just the 1 now. This is the wrong sword here. We drew the wrong sword. I do feel like I'm just going to like Knight for a second Knight. We can go get a second Knight. We can go get Raminap. Well, actually... Yeah, actually I think I'm gonna get Scrib Ranger here, because... Yeah, because Scrib Ranger actually is kind of nuts, because it's going to allow me to swing past all of the horde of tokens. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go get Scrib Ranger here. Zenith for Ranger, float mana, untap Knight. We haven't made a land drop yet, so... And you can see why I love this deck. I mean, look at the stuff that's going on here. Come on. How awesome is this that's happening? And I think I leave up Scoos activations here. And I can block here and here, take 4. I'm still at 7. Yeah, I think we're in a very good spot here. Next turn, we're going to start gaining 3 life a turn, and there's just no way that my opponent can raise that. Yeah, they just concede. It's awesome, but it's not chaining Titans awesome. Yeah, I guess it's a different kind of awesome. Okay, I'll give you that. Palace Jailer is a very, very big liability when your opponent is playing Throne of Nemesis. So against all the Throne of Nemesis decks, this is the first card to come out, unfortunately, even though I love the card. Chalice is, how do you say, incredible against this deck. We can take out Teague, we can take out one Zenith. I definitely want the swords. There's an argument for discards. Knight is pretty good. One Knight of Autumn is probably fine. Thalia is great. Scoos is fine, not amazing. Probably take out another Zenith. Mom is incredible. Ramming up is kind of a necessity. Maybe I just don't want chokes on the draw and I save the chokes for the play. Maybe just like 2 chokes. take out this sword. This sword is gas, but this one is not so good. As you just saw on that board state right there. I kind of do like the choke though. As you can see, I'm not familiar with sideboarding with this list as I am with something like Amulet, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave the chokes in. What don't I want? Scoozy's life gain. Maybe library? I think I'm gonna take out the tracker actually. Tracker seems very slow, especially on the draw. Maybe I won't tracker on the play again. Playing against Grixis Delver. Yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. This one I can keep. We can probably shuffle the driver back in the deck. Huh. Huh. Yeah, one CMC is it's that's definitely a thing that I was thinking, but all of my one drops are just excellent against this deck. So I honestly just don't think I just think I won them basically. We're doing this first. I think I am going to Mom. And then I'm going to Source. Yeah, sweet. So they daze the Mom now, and now I can kill the Delver. Well, I guess I'm gonna play Thalia first. If they want to daze this Thalia, that's fine. It puts them even further behind. Yeah, and now I can Canopy, and my opponent can't really counter it. Okay, sweet. So they do have a Brainstorm in hand. Ooh. Alright, so I guess I want to kill that one instead now. Wait, do I? I definitely don't want to play this Knight into a Lightning Bolt that will kill it for sure. That part we know. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna source the young PC. One weakness that I found of this deck, I was running a one-off engineered explosives at some point, just because. Okay, with a second Knight in play, we can probably just run one into a Lightning Bolt. What was I saying? I was definitely saying something, and then I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, there's no sweepers in this deck. That's what I was saying. So that's why I was trying out a one-off engineered explosives the other day, and it wasn't bad, honestly. It's also nice to have an answer, like an actually good answer, against against your storm opponent when they go off on you. So this Delver is 100% flipping. And they don't have another land. Also, they have two basics, so I guess they are on blue-red Delver. So do I Cradle here? I can play Cradle. That will give me one more mana to Scoos. and then Knight of Autumn to gain 4. So 1, 2. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna Cradle here. Knight of Autumn. Oh, they're gonna force? Okay, so if they force this, then I think I'm dead and they just have a bolt for my face. Well, I guess I should have killed the Delver, huh? A Braid. Good to know about that one. Second Thalia, not great. We can gain 2 life. Of course, not enough to stop these Delverinos. Start here and see what we draw. Caracas, not great. I mean, we kind of do. We kind of do have to stop one of these Delvers, otherwise we are just like actually dead. So here we go again. Too late for you, bro. Okay, we are dead now. We can only gain 2, but then we'll sing for 6. Yeah, sometimes I miss. A while ago I was running a 1 of Mace, and sometimes I kind of miss like for Knight of the Reliquary to be a removal spell. But hey, it is what it is. KCCC, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Small more chokes on the play. Maybe. I miss Deathray Shaman. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't. You can only take so many Deathray Shaman mirrors before you go crazy. Okay, my opponent also showed me Stifle. That's very important. So I move to 6 and they keep 7. Okay, so we keep this. Keep. And then we're gonna bottom Council's Judgment, maybe? Yeah, sure. Classic fetch and do nothing to play around Stifle. If they waste me, of course, this is real bad, but I do need the green source, and I also do need the white source if I want a source on turn 1. I could have played the Caracas on 1. That was also another option. I'm not sure that's better. I would appreciate if my opponent played a Delver here. Ugh, they just played Ponder. 100% playing Chalice here, though. They didn't shuffle? Yikes. Chalice on Uno. Interesting. Chalice Arena resolves. Nice. Nothing like drawing your your 1-drops after you've resolved your Chalice. Good times, good times. Wasteland? True name. Okay. This is not something I'm so afraid of, honestly. That's a good one. Not when I'm still at 18 and when I have a Stoneforge in my hand. which will quickly go find me a sort of fire and ice. Just randomly choose to grow my Knight of the Reliquary. I'll take it. No Stifle. Oh, that's right. Stifle is no bueno. Stoneforge Mystic. Ooh. Resolves, you say? Resolves, you say? Yeah, I'm gonna upkeep Wasteland my opponent here. 100%. Oh yeah, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Waste you. That makes me sad. Alright, take 3. Sweet, that's a great draw. So we activate Stoneforge. Put a sword into play. Sack this. Go get... well, my opponent can't stop me, I guess. So I guess I'm going to do this. Go get a Plains. Suit up this Thalia. Then I'm going to kill this young PC. And my opponent will get a second token. They will swing for 5 and they will probably die afterwards. Nice Vapor Snack. So as you can see, Chalice did stop my stuff, but it didn't really matter. Yep, that's a concession. Maverick. Yeah, even if Chalice blanks 2 cards in your hand, if it's blanking 5 cards in your opponent's hand and their whole strategy, then it's probably still good. Then it's probably still a good idea for you to have it in your deck. And then it's probably still a good idea for you to play it out on turn 2. So, yeah. Even if it could be considered a numbo with the store supplies that I had in hand. But that means that my opponent has to answer the Chalice, and they also have to, like, even after they answer my Chalice, they can, like, unlock my hand. So they are using a card to answer my card, which already answered at least 3 of their cards, and they are still unlocking my hand, so I can do more stuff. So yeah, it feels very, very hard for my opponent to come back from something like that. And you can see what I'm saying. It's just like the deck looks just like a random pile of cards, and when you actually see it play out, it is kind of sick. Also, that was a move to 6 when my opponent kept 7. Like, it's like I started low on resources even at the beginning. Do you think Sword would ever be better playable without Stoneforge? It's very hard, honestly. It's very hard unless they print like a fixed Stoneforge. Even if it's like a Stoneforge that doesn't have the second ability. Without a tutor of this, like a Quest of the Holy Relic and like the equipment tutor, the 1-man equipment tutor, or 2-man, I think, that Boggles sometimes play. Those cards are not gonna cut it. Stoneforge is so grossly superior to those, to both of those. Like a value percentage? Yes, with more of the value and less of the prison, I think. I think Death and Taxes is way more of a prison deck than Maverick, while Maverick is way more of a value deck than Death and Taxes. Even though Death and Taxes has some mad value. Uh, still a keepable hand. Every time you draw Dry Diver, you die a little bit inside. Oh yeah, well this matchup we cannot really win. So that is sad. Like the only ways that I win this matchup is like Elves is literally our absolute worst matchup, and like bar none. Like it is by far our worst matchup. Um, it's actually kind of interesting to see it. I hadn't seen Elves in a while. That's why I've been having so much success with Maverick, probably. Because I haven't played against Elves in a minute. Yeah. 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 Now we untap this, bounce this, draw another card. Yeah, this is pretty unbeatable for us, unfortunately. Second symbiote. Yikes. And they were on the play too. This is yet another one of those matchups where I was saying that that the engineered explosives came in handy. Yeah, I mean this prevents natural order, but that's it. It's just not good enough. I honestly don't think we can beat this. I think I'm just gonna concede. This is, I mean, this is not an early concession at all. It's just like this engine is just too hard for us to beat. Game 1. Game 2, things don't get particularly better. Game 2, things are still very, very bad for us, but I guess we have a couple of more tools. Schools, and what was the other card that I usually take? Council's Judgment is there mostly because sometimes they will side in Progenitus against you, so that's why I like having access to the Judgment as an answer. Dredukes, the one that I streamed yesterday, I uploaded it to YouTube this morning, so you can check it out there if you want to. But that version of Amulet seems pretty strong. I guess I do want the moms. Mom is very important, but mostly because it allows you to swing with your sword and Jite through your opponent's board. Your opponent will have like a bunch of blockers, and then you can like use Mom to give protection, so you can get around the symbiote plus whatever combo. Yeah, we can try something like this. I don't think I love the configuration, but yeah. Yeah, Redux. It's I think that list is pretty sweet. There's some more things that I could test and that I'm going to change, but yeah. Well, when my opponent finishes their mulligan decisions, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay, yep. Sneep. We have ramp. We have our best card because it gets our best cards, and we have disruption. This hand covers all the bases. Granted, we might die just the same. I could totally die next turn. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Zenith for Arbor and Stoneforge. Stoneforge for GT. All right, Redux, thank you for that donation right there. Whoa, Nasif, how you doing? Hanging out on stream. Oh, thanks for all you guys and videos to emulate Titans. You helped me out. Well, that's awesome, Redux. I really appreciate it. It's really cool that you know that the content that I put out is helping you. So that's awesome. So next turn now I will have enough mana to like play GT, equip, Stoneforge, and swing, and just like cross my fingers and hope that it works out. Aw, Noob Frogger, that's making me blush. Comparing me to Nasif is just like probably probably a little bit too much, but I will take it though. Don't don't take it as a you know. I will definitely take it as a compliment. Uh, this very, 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 very strongly suggests Abrupt Decay. So I think I'm going to next level my opponent, and I am just going to do this. Judgment their Quirion Ranger. And playing out a Sylvan Library. And now if you want to decay my Stoneforge or my library, I am very much into it. But what is my opponent gonna do? Just not do nothing for next turn as well? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like what do you got? What do you got over there? What do you got? Now this library should probably help me get ahead. Yeah, but at one point my opponent will need to fire off that Abrupt Decay or something, and I will wasteland them with love. We're gonna be drawing a lot of cards with the Sylvan Library. Ooh, even better. Okay, so draw step actually. Oh, this is great. This is great. And so thankful for this Sylvan Library trigger because I totally didn't think of this. Now I'm going to. This is gonna be great. Yes. Sick. More equipment. So I guess I'm gonna put this on top, and I'm gonna pay for this. And still on my draw step, I am going to wasteland my opponent. Like, what are you gonna do now? You should have tapped your Pendelhaven instead of your basic. Yep. That was draw step. Now what? Exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So now we can... We can GT equip that basically trades with the Nettle Sentinel and my opponent's next turn. I can also play out a Knight, which sounds very enticing. Is that better than GT equip? I guess GT equip also takes my opponent next turn, but I would rather have an active Knight for my opponent's next turn. The problem is my opponent can do a lot of damage with his Nettle Sentinel. What if I play out the sword? Instead of the GT, because the GT is much better. If I play out the sword, my opponent will chump here and will basically be forced to answer the sword anyway. So I think actually playing out the sword is better. Even though my opponent knows that I have a GT. But this still messes him up and still leaves me in a position where I'm not as likely to die next turn. Which is... Whoa! Alright, I'll take my free damage on my free card. Sweet. That was definitely a punt on my opponent's side. Sentinel still dies, except I also draw a card and deal 2 damage to them. Sounds good to me. Okay, they get double by you. Rex Sage, okay. So they sage my sword. Ooh, Wasteland. Okay, so how much stuff can I do? So I can GT equip double waste. That sounds so great. Do I want to draw a card? Probably. Nice fetching opponent. How about you don't have lands anymore? Swing. Well, I guess as soon as these get GT counters, I am going to kill the Sage, because I don't want to give them, like, Cradle mana. Alright. And at this point, they need... Yeah, they just can't win anymore. Alright. Oh, this matchup is so miserable. This matchup is so freaking miserable. We need to have a draw like that one. That was basically as close to the nut draw as it gets for us. I don't know, Nassif. I've been testing. I've been trying to figure out whether that card is good against Elves. I'm not impressed yet. Not impressed yet. Still trying to figure that out. Well, I mean, we were on the play, and to be fair, like, that draw was the absolute nuts. Rossum Rossum has shown up on stream twice total, both times where I was not playing Amulet. So I encourage you, Jonathan, to join the stream basically any other time. Any other time, and you will see Amulet. That's so randomly hilarious. Oh. I literally stream Amulet 95% of my streams, and the only 2 times that Jonathan has shown up, I'm not streaming Amulet. That's hilarious. Thank you for the follow, Jonathan. I'll mess with the follow so I see it more well. Thank you. I mean, you could always go check out like the previous streams on YouTube if you want to check out Amulet content. Will you be playing the Legacy Lands deck at some point? Maybe. I tried it a couple of times, and I will be honest with you, I was not great. So I don't know, man. I really want 2 swords here. I mean, if we were on the play, this hand would be insane. But I could very, very easily die from here. In for the legacy lands. Yeah, I don't think I will do that anytime soon. Setting ticks on fire, it's not one of my hobbies. I am a big fan of winning. What do we do here? Weaken swords, and then I guess like Canonist on 3, more like Thalia on 3, I guess. Thalia on 2, I mean. But if we don't die, and I get to like swords plus Thalia next turn, that's so much better for me. The problem is, well, I might literally just die. We're fetching for Savannah. This part is easy. Like, what do we do though? Yikes. I think I need to get lucky. I think I need to like figure out. This is like the only way that I actually get ahead. Don't have a second land. They do have a second land. That's bad. Well, at least they don't get mana. That's something, I guess. That is something, at least. So I basically am forced to sword in the symbiote here. And then I can Canonist or Thalia. If they have natural order, they kind of just have natural order and there's nothing I can do. So this is better against Zenith. And I am dead to natural order anyway. So I think that I'm gonna make the play that's better against Zenith then. Against Glimpse. Canonist is better against Glimpse. Oh, they just have the natural order, yeah. We dead. Oh, Nisa. Alright. Very interesting. Okay, so that's a colorless card. Okay. Very sad that Canonist is just like messing me up here, not allowing me to Mom plus Stoneforge. That makes me sad. I do think I'm going to Stoneforge here though. And I'm gonna go get that Jite. Because now if I draw land, we are actually in a very good spot. Yeah, and I see if it's possible that... Yeah, it's possible that Mystic for Jite was better. It's just like I don't want to get glimpsed out of the game. Like my opponent can very easily glimpse me out with 3 cards, just like glimpse plus 2 any 2 creatures, and they have like already access to 5 mana, which seems like quite a bit. Huh. I can wasteland that one. Sure. Take 5 more. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I mean, I'm doing this, right? Not really a question. Get rid of Nissa. They have 4 attackers. Can't really play around. Man, I really need a land. Any land does it. Really need one though. And I don't think, even though it looks like I might get ahead because I have all of these cards, my opponent is always like one card away from just like killing me basically. So I don't think it gets better for me, but that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it gets better with time. Okay, now maybe it does get better for me. Maybe now it does get... Oh, no, actually not. Yeah, actually not, because my opponent is holding up Decay over there. Yikes. Yeah, I think I need to play around Decay here. I2A25. I honestly don't know. I haven't really been following the spoilers. And I just haven't really. Um. Hmm. So what I can do here is EOT, like play. I can play Mom. Mom, Waste, EOT activate Stoneforge. I kind of really want to get this going. Or I could not waste. And just like EOT activate Stoneforge, put Sword in play. Yeah. OP can't attack. Well, I guess they can. This is the turn they get to attack, actually. That's right. Down to 7. EOT activate this. Get SoFi into play. That's pretty great. So I get to swing. They are going to block with one of their dudes, or they are going to like decay the swords. Trophy the swords, yeah. Yes. I guess I do get a white source here. Since my hand is basically mono white. And now I get to play second Mom. Wait, what? Yeah, you probably don't want to do that with an active Mom in play. Just take the 3. You're fine. And now I play second Mom, and end of turn I can, if my opponent attacks, I can activate Stoneforge, or if a swording something is better, I can just go for that. Green mana and what? Oh. Is this natural order time? All of this time I just cannot beat natural order anyway, so I can't really play around it. So if they just have it, they have it. You probably want to make mana with the Sentinel. Because it's free. Oh. Sure. Could be anything. Yeah, I guess it's more mana efficient to do this. if they have a second trophy or decay or whatever, they have a second trophy or decay or whatever. Not much I can do about that. Um, guess we're gonna equip this Stoneforge now. Swing 2. You got it? They probably do. They don't have it? Oh my god, am I gonna win this game? I don't want to speak too soon. But things are starting to look up. I like wasting, and I guess I get to play around. Now I do get to play around natural order by I guess I can source the Llanowar Elf. Seems better than playing the Thalia. It effectively does the same thing, except this is better in the face of Gaia's Cradle. Oh, it was the virtual Rangers. Who would have thought? Yep, there's the Cradle. And that is how you beat your absolute worst matchup. That's how you do it. Just like that. Your opponent never draws their natural orders. And you draw the nuts. It's easy. Just easy. I'll be heroic in case everybody is interested in like taking lessons, blah 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 blah. We can call it the Kick-Ass Academy. That was sweet. Just saying. Just saying. One thing I noticed, which is very random, is like I feel I play much better Legacy than Modern, which is weird. Which is it's kind of a weird thing to say, considering I play like way more Modern than Legacy. But like I will find like lines and like weird things when I'm playing Legacy, and when I'm playing Modern, I'm like average. Let's put it that way. I feel smarter when I play Legacy than when I play Modern. Let's put it that way. It's about how smart I feel. All right, 5-0, 5-0 time. 5-0 time or sad one time? Turn to Knight. Yeah, I like this. Keep a Reno. Keep a Reno. Windswept Heath. Is this a mirror match? That would be hilarious. This is the worst card in the mirror match by a mile, by the way. Card's so bad. Alright, Zenith for 0. Get Arbor, pass the turn. Upkeep Fetch, a classic. A Legacy classic. Oh, it is the mirror. That's kind of sick. Okay. Besides this Thalia, I have actually a pretty good hand for the mirror. This Thalia is pretty miserable though, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty freaking bad. But I have an answer to their GT already, which is kind of nice. Also, my opponent's 2-0. Clearly Maverick is sick. Clearly Maverick is completely OP. Yeah, this Thalia is so bad here. So freaking bad. They tap out for Knight. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Okay. Let's think. We got a wasteland, we got a canopy, we got some stuff that we can do. So we can play Scoos, go fetch. Play Scoos, fetch Gaia's Cradle, tap for 3, play GT, equip GT onto the Dryad Arbor, and swing. But then my opponent's Knight is still a 4-4. So that's not cool. Tis not cool. I can play out the GT, which plays into my opponent's Knight of Autumn. Then I play out the Thalia. And then, oh, I can actually grow my Scoos. Nah, this is fine. I'll just pass a turn here. Just pass a turn here. They will need to have a natural land drop in order to put counters on their GT. Because the Thalia just like first strikes the Stoneforge and it kills it. So we do have a kind of the mirror breaker though, because this means that my knights are gonna be bigger than my opponents, and that is kind of like all that matters. If this is a Knight of Autumn, that is sad, but it's probably still okay. And I think here I'm actually going to sack my Arbor. Just to put in insurance, just to insulate. That's the word. Just to insulate myself from Wasteland, basically. I wonder if this Thalia is just messing up my opponent right here. Because they can't play out the GT and equip. Because that would be hilarious. As I was saying, Thalia is very bad in the matchup. The Maverick mirror is very, very tricky. Quite skill intensive. It's pretty sweet. It's a lot of fun. One of my favorite matchups, personally, it's the Maverick versus Death and Taxes. That matchup is very cool. There's so many moving pieces, so many like cool plays that you need to be aware of. There's like a fight over equipment. There's like a fight over moms. Mom is one of the best cards in the matchup. Actually, in both matchups, both Maverick and DNT. It's a lot of stuff. It's very, very cool. Good times. Super tricky, super skill intensive. Alright, here we go. Excavator. Excavator's probably fine. So that's the land for turn. That's cool. So they waste my waste. That's fine. Gross my knight. Here I think I'm gonna fetch fetch for a fetch, basically. Verdant Catacombs, and I think I'm gonna fetch a basic forest here. Well, actually, there's no need for me to. I can just wait. Nice. Real nice. Huh. So, I fetch for Savannah, tap Savannah and this to Scoos. Pay 2 to equip here. Swing with Thalia. Opponent blocks with Knight. They're gonna get 2 damage in. And then I'm going to... I do feel like I need to play out this Coos though, because otherwise my opponent's just gonna kind of go off. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna play out the... I think I just play out the Coos and the Mom and just... basically don't do anything. So I just do this. I'm gonna eat the Wasteland. What if I Cradle for 4? Cradle for 4, swing, they block here, they sack up to 5, they get a Windswept Heath up to 6, and I can only give it -2/-2. Yeah, so GT doesn't really do anything. I guess I could have equipped the Knight with GT, and it would have done something. But I think that taking it slow is better. All right, that was pretty good. This reminds me of the episode, the movie Anchorman, and when the guy like loses the arm, it's like, I did not see that coming. That's exactly what it reminds me of. I guess I'll let it go. The good thing is now this GT can either kill my Scoos or it can kill my mom. But it cannot kill both. Play another basic. If they attack, this is gonna be a blowout. Oh yeah, okay, so we win this game now. We win this game. Yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. That was great. All right, the mirror. that was enjoyable. That was enjoyable. I guess I'll leave in one Thalia. I mean, it's better than Canonist. It's better than Chalice. I guess it's better than all the other options. It's not great. This card is terrible in this matchup. But mostly because they just bounced it with Caracas and it just Like, it doesn't stop them or anything. Okay. I guess this is how you win the Maverick mirror. just just need to wait for your opponent to make a play that is not the optimal play. Not the optimal play. Alright, bring it on. Turn 1. Oh yeah, this hand is Gasolina. Gas, 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 gas. Solid start from opponent. Basic Forest. Dryad Arbor. Sword of Light and Shadow is a beast in this matchup. My opponent showed me Bojuku Bog. I don't know if that is enough to assume that my opponent is playing the Black Splash. They might be. They might be playing a Black Splash. Okay, so no need to fetch in the face of Scoos. So I guess we just pass the turn. End of turn, we Scriv Ranger. And then on my turn, we have enough. Ooh, okay, so we lose. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, that's the best card that they could have had. Okay, so now I don't play the Scriv Ranger out because it's just gonna die to GT. So womp womp. Knight of Bottom? Nope. Play out. I guess I'm gonna play out this sword. The one that, you know, I obviously am playing. There's no need for me to show them the light and shadow. If we draw a knight, we're probably still in this. Knight of Autumn, that is. Or I guess Green Sun Zenith also does it. Yeah, okay, so we're done. This we cannot beat. Ooh, Noob Frogger, wow, yeah. That was definitely the play. That would have denied GT counters. Yeah, you're 100% correct. Noob Frogger, you are 100% correct, and that was, yeah, that was a play I could have done that could have at least given me much more time. Yeah, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. That was a mistake on my part. We were probably not winning that game because we were with him pretty hard, but sure. I'm gonna keep this. Opponent kept 7. We're gonna keep this, and we're gonna bottom one of these Stone Forges. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's sad. Second land, please. Nice. Let's do this again. You have a second swords? You don't. Cool. Okay. I definitely do not want to expose my Scoos to a Swords to Plowshares. Do you think the Millennium Mulligan is more impactful in Modern or Legacy? I think it's very, very impactful in both formats, to be honest with you. So far, I personally believe that so far what we're seeing is like a very big, like over, how can I say it? Like people are over exaggerating a little bit. So where's that guy? Play GT swing. People are over exaggerating a little bit. They are like overcompensating, and they are like going all out on like decks that are not particularly good, but that they believe that might benefit from the that might benefit from the mulligan rule. So that's why we see a lot more like all in combo decks and stuff like that. While previously we were seeing, other kinds of decks, a little bit more diverse. So like stuff like Cheerios, which you see now, that like when was the last time you saw Cheerios, right? And now people are actually trying it out again, and they're trying to see if there's anything worth exploiting, basically. So it's understandable, but I think at one point it will simply like go back to normal, to put it somehow. Gundog, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold for the fourth month in a row. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate the continued support. I feel slightly ahead, but I don't think we're out of the woods yet. That is my current thought. It does feel like we are slightly ahead, but I don't think that we are out of the woods yet. Have you seen this sweet legacy amulet list going around? I saw somebody posting it. I don't think it's good. It's discard. Discard is everywhere. Amulet cannot be discard. Which is very unfortunate because I kind of really want the deck to work. But what? Cavern of Souls. My opponent is playing the weirdest Maverick list I've ever seen. Okay. What do they seen it for? Especially when they could have seen it for 4. Yeah, I guess they probably have no 4-drops, so. Doesn't mean it isn't meme material. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, what's the best thing we can do? I'm thinking of Sin It for 3, get Night of Autumn, get Jite into play, equip Jite by fetching for Gaia's Cradle, and kind of win from there. Alternatively, I can swords swing. I mean, the sword doesn't really give me any value though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going for that. So 1, 2, play schools. Oh, I should have left a second green source up there. That was a mistake. Yeah, fetching like Gaia's Cradle is so important in this deck. It's not even funny. Gaia's Cradle is so important in this deck. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm going to equip the GT, so... Bye-bye O-Ring. Give me that GT. Equip Stoneforge. Serve. I guess my opponent can block. But that is fine. Like, I already get a couple of GT counters. Like, I'm into this anyway. Yeah, this is fine. They're probably gonna waste my Cradle here. Because otherwise things get very, very out of hand very quickly. So I would imagine that they're gonna waste my Cradle. Oh, yikes. Well, that's not the end of the world. I mean, it definitely is shitty, don't get me wrong, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Like, they really need to main phase kill this. Like, right now. No amulet today. We're gonna have I'm gonna have a shorter stream today, so it's gonna be legacy. We're almost done with the stream actually. This is the last game. We have a quick debrief like we should do, of course. But this is gonna be my last game. Yeah, you need to waste this, bro. You probably cannot win if you don't waste this. What? Uh-huh. Well, that's pretty good. That one is not bad at all. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. At least this taps them out, so that's cool. So my opponent must not be playing Cradle then. Oh, I guess I could have killed the Knight. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that was better. Okay, this is not bad though, because we can play out the sword. We can equip the Knight of Autumn probably. And we're gonna become the... Oh, they just concede. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that game was not played perfectly. That match in general was not played perfectly, but that was sweet. That worked out, and we got the sweet 5-0. Let's update that record real quick. And yeah, I told you people, this deck is real. This deck is very, very real. This is, in my opinion, the single most underrated, the best and most underrated deck in Legacy. I think this deck is excellent. It's... Even we just had like our absolute worst matchup, which is Elves, and we beat it today, right here on stream. So, hashtag no bad matchups. Maverick no bad matchups. Is that a thing? Now we definitely have bad matchups. I think the Reanimator is not insane because they are super consistent and super fast. We don't have many ways to interact with them besides the two surgicals in the board. When we're on the draw, when we're on the play, things are much better for us. Of course, we have access to swords, we have access to like Thalia and stuff like that. So even when we are on the play, the thing gets much better for us. But still, it's a very bad matchup. Storm is either like it depends 100% on your hand and their hand. If they don't kill you on turn 1 or 2, you are a heavy favorite. And if they do, well, they kill you early, so there's nothing you can do really. But the deck is just insane fun. The deck is just so much fun. I don't know. I very, very strongly recommend it. Very strongly recommend it. I think it's way more competitive than people think. And I think that it's probably one of the most fun decks in the format. So If you enjoy Amulet, I think this is the best deck for you. Uh, Probably something like Loam or Lance will be close to, but personally, I think this is the best deck for you, because it is definitely the best deck for me. So I definitely recommend it. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks everybody for watching. Usually we get less viewers when I stream Legacy, but that's fine because we also had a shorter stream today anyway, so that's perfectly okay. I appreciate everybody that did hang out anyway here today. We will be back with some Amulet tomorrow, and thank you for the subs. I really appreciate the support. And if you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you hit it because you're gonna get access to we'll get notified whenever I go live, which is great. You can check out the stream live. If you do want to help support the stream, as subscribing, just like previous guys did today, is a great way to do so. You get these two emotes, and also you should send me a personal message if you're interested in getting access to my sideboard guide, which is of course exclusive for subs. If you want to check out previous streams, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is right there. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, that is the link that you can use. If you want to follow me on Twitter, where I upload all of my MTG related things, that's the place to follow me at fpublishmtg. And finally, if you want to see your deck played on stream, any 75 that you want, as long as I can get somewhat easy access to the cards, which shouldn't be too challenging. Mostly Modern and Legacy, of course, because that's most of the cards that I own. I don't really own any standard cards. And also, if you want to do limited, sure, we can do that too. But with any donation of $12 or more, which covers the entry fee of the league. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody's support. Let's see who's streaming today. Who's streaming like either Modern or Legacy. Autumn is streaming, and Autumn is awesome. But we're definitely hosting Julian, because we rated Autumn yesterday actually. So just to not repeat ourselves, let's go to Julian's stream. Also, we did the Legacy today, and Julian's playing Legacy, of course. The Elves master, and he's been very much into Maverick lately, so he's on Elves today though. But well, see everybody tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out today. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye.